listen to these words. Something like, I will walk in the darkness, but I will walk by your light. When the darkness is through, you are greater. You will never let go. Every battle I faced. Wow, I have to turn that off though, because otherwise, I think they, I hope, I may have to go back and edit a little bit of that out. Because sometimes they won't, you'll have to, if I get that edited out a little bit, because I think it's like, you only have so much time before, they'll kind of dock you for copyright, which is I totally understand as an artist. Like, you don't want someone like stealing your music and stuff. So you know what I might do? I'm gonna stop this video and then I'll restart it, because I might have to edit that out. Okay, you guys. If I took this song out, it means that I couldn't put it in because I had too much of it. So basically what that means is there was a song that I was just listening to that was talking about walking in the light. And it first started out talking about walking in battles, like when you're in the middle of battles. And then it was talking about how walking in God's grace and his light is always with you. And how important is that to know, especially when you're going through your own battle. You know, today I had a really, really hard, I actually did a whole story time on it. I haven't uploaded it yet. I don't know if I'll ever have the guts to upload it. I really want to though, because I kind of feel like if I'm going through that battle, I know, and I bet there are many other people going through that battle, and it's just having a relationship. It's just the difficulty of loving an alcoholic, of loving someone that is sometimes very, 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 very difficult in life to love. And I love her with everything I have, but sometimes the demons are greater, and it's just sad. I mean, I love her. It's a very complicated, very complicated relationships. And let me tell you, it's like, I call her every day, I talk to her every day, and when she's on and she's clear-headed, she's like the light of all lit angels. She is the most inspiring, passionate, just amazing person. And other times, if she's, you know, been in her cups, then it's a very, very difficult, hard conversation, and it's leaves me feeling a low I can't even describe in words. So it's been a little bit of a tough day because I had a very, very difficult conversation with her today. But all this to say that I'm sure as women, we have those people in our lives that are very difficult to love. And as a Christian, we are called to be love in a world that would tell us to walk away, in a world that would tell us enough is enough. It's not even that it's not even like a brainwash thing. Oh, they tell you this. I'm just called to that, like in my. So it doesn't mean, sorry, I got interrupted there. I got a phone call came in. It doesn't mean that we don't continue to love that person. But I just kind of find in our everyday lives and the way that we live now with all the social media and everything, like if someone offends us or disappoints us or whatever, we just like, you know, cross them out and kind of get rid of them. And you know what? Let me just tell you, there are certain times in life where, you know what? Enough is enough, and you have to go into self-protection. And I totally get that. You've got to go into a protection mechanism within yourself. You have to protect your light. And I can completely hold you up in support in that. But there are other situations, like for example, my situation, where when and if something ever, you know, something is going to happen to her, because that's life. Life is life. It literally is going to be one of the most it will literally be one of the most dismantling days for me. It'll be a very, very hard day because so much of who I am and so much of who I have hoped to be in this life is someone to make her proud. And even though I'll probably never hear those words ever come out of her mouth that she's proud of me, it's just words I have to utter for myself. I have to find that self-love within myself to be proud of myself. And I'm not saying that in a narcissistic way. I'm just saying that, like, as women, that's why with this channel I dedicate it to empowering us all, you know, and being a champion for women, by men. You can be a champion for women and be a man. You know, you can be a woman and, you know, it's just when I say champion for women, I mean for all of us. Okay, so with that, what I also want to just discuss is as much as we want to, like, have, you know, heartaches and complaints and this, that, and the other, which is how I feel, I also realized this afternoon that, I don't know, there's some verse in the Bible, and again, you guys, I'm like a street Christian. I'm not like a holier than thou. I can't rip off Bible verses. I just know when I read a verse or I read something and that it's healing and it helps me, I just kind of can remember kind of the gist of the situation or whatever. And in the Bible, there's something that says, before you judge another one, remove the plank from your own eye, something like that. I couldn't even tell you where it is in the Bible. I just know that it's in there. Might be in Proverbs or Psalms or something like that. But anyway, if you guys know where it is, by the way, like and subscribe, leave it in the comments. Where did that come from in the Bible? Anyway, but what it is really good for me to remember is that it's very easy for me to judge, for me to talk about, for me to, woe is me, right? Even though it's real and it's what's going on with me. The other thing is that before we, you know, get on our high horses and, like, for me, talk to my husband and tell him, you know, how sad I am about the situation, you know, what's really good about him is he always will kind of redirect the light back to, you know, he listens. I've actually trained him. I've said, listen, I don't need you to ever come up with a solution. I just need you to have empathy for what it is that I'm going through. It's so awesome. How awesome is that when you're able to tell someone something and they're able to just really have, like, concern for you, like, gosh, you know, that must be difficult, that must be tough. That's like literally husbands out there, pay attention, and wives out there. Wives, we need to be the same way too. But I mean, when someone's telling you about a situation, sometimes all you need to hear is, oh my gosh, you know, that must be really hard. Your heart must be hurting over that. Like, literally, that can go so far. You know, if someone's died or there's a situation, you just don't even know how to address it with someone, literally pick up the phone or write a letter and just say, oh my gosh, you know, talk from your heart, but just like, wow, I have no words. I don't even know how to, you know, tell you how, you know, how badly I feel, or gosh, you know, when someone tells me about a situation, there's a friend of mine right now on Facebook, I won't say his name, but he's going through some, like, tremendous difficulties. He's got incredibly bad back pain, number one. Number two, he just got diagnosed with a second form of cancer. He was cancer-free on the one, and then he just got another diagnosis, and it's just like this guy is, and in order to go through chemo, he's got to get off his pain medication for his back. And anyway, it's just like, I find myself, like, it's just, and he's a really strong man of faith, and you just think sometimes, gosh, you know, he's, of all people, you know, like, why this person? But I don't know, I don't really question God too much. I don't spend my life questioning that kind of stuff too much, but I do, when you want to address someone, you want to talk to them, it's hard, because you're like, what do you say? So I just find it just to be as authentic as possible and just say, you know, my heart is with you, and I am praying for you, and I am cheering for you strongly. You know what I mean? I find those words are real to a lot of the situations I find myself in. Anyway, back to the plank, you know, don't judge another person. You pull the plank out from your own eye. I just find that for myself, that in order for me to, it's like, okay, Kita, what are you doing in your life? Are you like totally self-actualized? Are you getting up, you know, at 6 in the morning, and are you doing cardio, and are you writing a book, and are you doing this, and are you doing that? Like, what are you doing with your life before you start, like, you know, complaining about her in your heart and being sad? Let's pray for her. Let's put her in a positive light. Let's not try to be upset, and let's work on yourself. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm in my car right now vlogging with you guys, and I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna try to, you know, move my life in a positive direction. So let's just have that be kind of a little lesson to us all, that if we're going through, you know, if we're going through something difficult, let's try to support each other in a way. Sorry, you guys, I'm just trying to find parking. Let's support each other in a way of empowerment. Let's put ourselves in a space of empowerment. Let's do something where we're rocking it. I'll just keep this on. Where we're rocking it in a positive way. So anyway, you guys, I love you. Get out there, work on yourself. Do you like this hat? I made this hat a couple years ago. Anyway, you guys, I love you. Remember, stand in your light, stand in your truth, and above all else, be a warrior and be a champion for women. I love you guys. Bye.